Next on Worcester News tonight, a busy season for mosquito control companies as state leaders say Massachusetts has the exact right habitat for Triple E. Plus, a Holy Cross student is exploring how nutrition is talked about in food pantries across the city and what can be done to provide better meals. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Olivia Lemon. A beautiful end to the week and it looks like we'll have a little cool down as the weekend begins. Let's get a first look at our local forecast for more.
The clouds started to thin out, but there's one more wave of low pressure on the boundary that pushed the warmth and humidity away and brought in cooler air, but you can see a wave coming at us. So it ends up being mostly cloudy through about midnight, so sunshine delayed, not denied though for the weekend. Just a trace of rain at the airport where the temperature today was close to 20 degrees cooler than yesterday. So there's the cloud. The moon doesn't come up until after midnight, and at that point the clouds will be gone. So they're gone by about 10 o'clock. And watch the temperature go down to the 50s in a lot of spots, almost chilly. Keep your window open tonight. Breeze from the north. In the valley will go calm, but on the hills and on the hillsides, especially facing north, we'll keep that breeze going. It'll be almost chilly in the house. Sunshine tomorrow. It's sunburn weather. At the beaches, it's about 70. We're going to go for 75 at lower elevations. These are fair weather clouds tomorrow. The fair weather clouds are going to get a little thicker on Sunday, and there's a chance of a raindrop or two, but overall it's a pretty nice, comfortable 10-day forecast on the way.
Another human case of Triple E is announced in Massachusetts. This is now the third human case of the disease to be announced in the state this season. Health officials say the patient is a man over 60 years old from Franklin County. The virus has also been found in 2 animals in other parts of the state. The state says 2 horses have been infected with Triple E. They were found in Uxbridge and Mendon. Another case of the virus means more concerned parents. Local pest control businesses say they have seen an increase in customers this summer with people wanting to make sure their home is safe from mosquitoes. Our Chandler Walsh joins us in Shrewsbury with more. Chandler.
Olivia, as you mentioned, 3 human cases of Triple E in Massachusetts since 2013 now. Many people spent the day outdoors here at Dean Park in Shrewsbury, but say come dusk, they'll be heading indoors. It's one precaution people in the area are continuing to take. Owen DeGruchy is focused on catching turtles and frogs. Mom Susan is focused on bigger things, keeping Owen and his friends safe from Triple E.
Big concerns about that, especially them being at a vulnerable age.
Owen plays outside at Shrewsbury's Dean Park every day in the summer, so DeGruchy makes sure he wears a mosquito repellent band and bug spray.
Trying to keep him inside is not easy. This is his world out here.
DeGruchy isn't the only concerned parent. Pest control company Ford's Hometown Services say they're seeing more customers than usual.
You just add on more technicians and more vehicles, and that's what you do when you accommodate them.
Scheduling supervisor Donna White says she can often hear the urgency in customers' voices.
They want to be scheduled right away. They want to know when we're going to come out and, accommodate them, and, we ease their minds.
Public health officials say Massachusetts has the perfect habitat for Triple E. The state had the second highest number of Triple E cases in the country over a 48-year period. People who enjoy the outdoors say they have their concerns, but aren't letting the risk of Triple E control them.
You put long sleeves on and you wear mosquito repellent at the right times, and you mitigate the risk quite a bit, and the rest of that is up to chance.
You need to continue on daily activities, but be prudent and be careful and be knowledgeable of when is the best time to do things.
DeGruchy is taking precautions seriously and spraying on her repellent as long as there's a risk.
Chasing them around all the time.
The State Department has ordered aerial spraying for mosquitoes starting on Sunday night. Communities in southeast Worcester County at high or critical risk, like Shrewsbury, will be targeted. In Shrewsbury, Chandler Walsh, Worcester News Tonight.
We're learning more information about a data breach at Mass General Hospital. It happened back in June, and the hospital says thousands of records were hacked. Patients who took part in research studies with the Department of Neurology had personal information and healthcare data stolen. The hospital says it's been in the process of notifying patients. MGH has not said who may be responsible for the breach, but has notified federal law enforcement. Not included in the hack: social security numbers, financial data, and insurance information. Congressman Seth Moulton is dropping out of the presidential race. Moulton made the decision after months of failing to get any momentum. He did not appear in either of the Democratic debates. Moulton told the New York Times he has no immediate plans to endorse another candidate. He plans to seek re-election to his House seat. Moulton is the fourth Democrat to drop out of the still crowded field. A Special Forces soldier from Chicopee died overseas in Afghanistan. 31-year-old Luis De Leon Figueroa served more than 13 years in the Army. He was promoted to Master Sergeant after his death. Caroline Connolly has more on what we're learning about his life.
The reminders start at the entrance to Chicopee High School.
Everyone remembered him.
And inside, Principal Carol Cruiser will tell you that few can forget the face that came through here more than a decade ago.
He had a vision.
And that was to be in the military.
And that was to be in the military.
So it was no surprise when Luis De Leon Figueroa, a popular high school athlete here, grew up to become a decorated Green Beret soldier who saw 6 tours and more than 13 years of service before he was shot and killed during a combat operation in Afghanistan this week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The loss is most evident in this house because it's where Lisa Campbell gained another son, becoming a foster mom to De Leon Figueroa, a friend of her kids, when he was just 13.
Well, he's not going to be here anymore. I won't get those text messages, those little phone calls that mean the most.
But what's meant the most to her family is watching De Leon Figueroa find his passion and pursue it.
He proved himself as being a very good man, and wanting to balance life, and I'm very proud of him.
And on what would have been his 32nd birthday.
It's unbelievable pride.
Years after he left his hometown, they made sure to remember him.
Now, during his time in the military, De Leon Figueroa received many accolades. Among them, his family says, an Army Commendation Medal, as well as a Bronze Star. In Chicopee, I'm Caroline Conley, Worcester News Tonight.
A Holy Cross senior is researching nutrition in the city. Megan Hockey says some food pantries may not be supplying the right information to clients who use them. She's hoping to teach others how to make meals out of fresh produce some pantries offer. Our Gretchen LaRosa joins us in the studio with the story. Gretchen.
Olivia, this Holy Cross senior says she wants to change the stigma of food pantries offering just canned foods while also offering healthy eating accessibility. As an anthropology major, Megan Hockey listens to a lot of conversations, but she says a topic not being discussed involves nutrition.
Because food has been proven to help you in so many different ways with chronic illness and different diseases, and if you have a balanced diet, I think it can really help you down the line.
As part of her summer research, she volunteers at AIDS Project Worcester. She says most clients at their food pantry are in a routine and take the same items every week.
They just kind of hand stuff back that was fresh, and I was like, why? Like, this is like awesome. This is coming from a garden right down the street.
AIDS Project Worcester has a garden with fresh produce. They say the vegetables offer a different alternative to canned food.
It really offers them an opportunity to kind of be a little bit more creative with the things that they're making and, feel a little bit more connected directly to their community because it is grown right here.
Professor Dana Harvey says the topic of nutrition has changed over the last few years. He says it's less about quantity of food and more about nutritional value.
We're slowly beginning to have that conversation where it's more about culturally appropriate food, and it's more about nutrition, and it's more about just feeding people in your community.
Hockey says she hopes her research will break nutrition stereotypes.
If you're in these food insecure areas or you're struggling with food insecurity, you're more likely to have diabetes, heart disease, obesity rates all skyrocket, and that's happening right in Worcester.
Now, the food pantry at AIDS Project Worcester is open on Tuesdays with a nutritionist available. Megan Hockey says her final research will include not only Worcester, but several Central Mass communities. In the studio, Gretchen LaRosa, Worcester News Tonight.
Thousands of Worcester Public School teachers kick off the school year with a celebration at the DCU Center. Close to 5,000 public school employees are preparing for the start of school on Monday. The day includes motivational speakers, awards, and a spirit competition. Superintendent Maureen Bonenda says the goal is to get employees excited about the school year.
Make that commitment that together, no matter what it is, we're going to work together and work hard, and remember that we're one of 5,000 people, a lot of people working together to achieve what we need for all our students.
Today's keynote speaker was Jamie Cassapp. School starts for students on Monday. A donation of gently used suits and shoes will help youth heading out into the workforce. Men's Wearhouse donated 150 gently used suits, shirts, pants, and shoes to the Worcester Community Action Council's Job and Education Center. The center provides work readiness training for people ages 17 to 24. Students can also complete the HiSET exam. Organizers say this donation will help them feel more comfortable when going on interviews.
And it's really giving them a boost of confidence as they head out for that first job interview, and just kind of helps them feel, look the way they feel inside to the outside, that they're ready and they've put in the work here and now they're ready to head out. So.
Participants must be income eligible, reside in Worcester, and successfully complete an application and interview process to join the Job and Education Center.